Imagine waking up sometime in the middle of the night to the screams of your neighbors and the sound of gunshots. You peep through your window and you can already see houses burning not far from where you are. You see soldiers, they're camouflaged with automatic rifles firing non-stop, firing into civilians. You rush to, other rooms and gather your family members, your wife, your kids. You pull them together as you start to hear the screams get closer and closer. And then you hear a loud bang at your gate, and you know your chances of survival are close to zero. Death is only just a few minutes away. Your wife and kids are likely to meet the same fate. Sadly, in the hands of soldiers who originally are meant to protect you. Now, it's something that you maybe would imagine to see in a very, very bad movie. But no, that's very likely what the people got to experience. And those, of course, only those who fled prior to that day lived to tell the tale of what happened in Odi, or in Zaki Ibiam, or even in Zaria in 2015, when hundreds or even thousands were murdered by their own military. And for those of us who only heard about it on TV or other media platforms, it's not something that we had the slightest clue about. We can't relate. We don't know the fear. We don't know the tremor. We don't know the panic, the pain, the sound of wailing that causes a lifetime of trauma. We almost cannot relate. We have no idea what that is. And I've seen that that's one of the biggest issues we have as commentators on some of these issues. When out of our own very ignorant anger, we say the army should go back and avenge the death of those 16 soldiers in Delta State, level the place, kill everybody. It's a chilling paradox that exposes the depth of our moral decay and how we have reached a point where the horrors of collective punishment are not only condoned, but they're even celebrated. Look through social media and see the number of people who made that same statement that, oh, the army should go and level that place. That's what someone said. How we've also become so desensitized to violence that we no longer see the humanity in those who suffer the consequences of our blind rage. The people in the Niger Delta at this point, they're not our siblings, so we don't care. Whatever happens to them after, when the army gets there, that's their business. Same thing with, those in Zaria on the night when the army, of course, attacked the Shiites. It's not the fault of those innocent civilians in those communities that the Nigerian government doesn't have proper security structure to prevent such atrocities from happening in the first place. It's not that old woman's fault. It's not that man's fault. It's not, that young boy, young girl's fault that the government didn't provide initially the structures and, of course, the governance that should have prevented those things from happening, the killing of those soldiers. Now imagine losing a brother, a father, a husband who had no involvement in any of these things. Imagine losing them because of retaliatory attacks. I've come to understand that many Nigerians need therapy from years and years of abnormality. Many of us now don't see anything strange in jungle justice or collective punishment. So we sit in the comfort of our homes, far away in a different state or even a different country, and demand that the army go and level a community of other people because directly would not be affected. The pain of those who will be affected, doesn't bother you. It is wicked and it is heartless. And so it is my call this morning that we take some time to self-reflect and really for once see the pain of our fellow Nigerian as our pain. Call for justice for the slain soldiers, but at the same time demand that it be sought in the right way. Mourn the departed soldiers, but still understand that though the perpetrators of this attack may be guilty, the Nigerian government failed them first. And even those in the army should also understand that though they may have lost their brothers in the military, the government that has failed to fix the alien structures in the most remote parts of the Niger Delta failed them first and failed them as well. Good morning, Nigerians.